What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live. This is Ben here. I'm actually hooking up my ROD water, and the reason why I don't have it connected right now is because it goes way too cold at night, so it's definitely prone to freezing. So I'm just connecting it back up, and it's outside. So anyway, if you come along with me, we will go to the garage where I have it set up, and you'll see, excuse my messy garage, but what it does is it comes in from outside and follows this line into the RODI unit, and it comes into the booster pump, and it comes in through the RODI through the sediment filter. Oops, sorry, can't exactly see if I don't have it turned into that. And then to the carbon filter, and then it goes up here to this one, which is 100 gallons per hour, and then it goes into the second one, which is 200 gallons per hour, and then it'll come down to the resin filter and comes out as 0 TDS in this trash can. And then this is the wastewater, which I use for my freshwater tank. And yeah, I actually have them both coming into one, which gives me a lower TDS. Pretty cool. I don't use tap water at all. Um, but this is the reservoir for the saltwater tank and it's 0 TDS, like I said. But once I set up the water, actually go ahead and plug it in. Sorry, hard to do with one hand. But plug it in, and the pressure will go up to, and I have it set for 90 psi. And I can, what I did was it would actually go higher than that. So what I did was I put into a regulator valve, which I can control the psi. Down to 90. What's up, Southern? Zensu, what's going on? Hello, Saul. How you doing? If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Am I streaming tomorrow? Probably not. Well, maybe I will. Anyway, welcome to the stream. I just wanted you to show you the setup and show what I do. Now, during the summertime, this is what I actually do to fill up my tanks fast so it doesn't take forever. I use this pump. And I'll actually put it down into the fresh water and hook a hose up, which is a 100-foot hose. And it goes all the way through the house to the tanks. So it's a quick setup as opposed to using buckets, as I call it, the bucket brigade. It's a lot faster. and a lot cleaner because you don't have water all over the place. But anyway, thank you so much for coming. I will show you more at a later date. But yeah, again, this is the setup. It originally comes with the sediment, the carbon, and the DI resin, and then one, and it comes with a 50 gallons per day filter. Well, you can change that filter to 100 gallons by having there's a little plastic piece that you can put in. I don't know if I have it here or not. No, I don't. But there's a plastic piece that controls the flow. Well, when you get 100 gallon per hour filter inside, it changes the flow so you can have two. And this is just an add-on piece. So it changed it from 100 gallon to 200 gallon, which makes a huge difference. And it makes this trash can fill up a whole lot faster. But this is the wastewater line, and then this is the zero TDS water line. But I put them both in one, so I'm not wasting any water at all, which is awesome. Because, like I said, this water in here goes into my freshwater tanks, and then the other trash can I have for my saltwater tanks. So absolutely no water gets wasted at all, which is what I wanted. So there's no carbon footprint anywhere, and there's no wastewater at all, except for, of course, when I take water out of my aquarium. But that's well used and garbage water. So anyway, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I really appreciate you joining. And we shall. Matter of fact, why don't I show you take a tour of the aquarium room while we're at it. Hold on a second while I go there. Gonna go to the fish tank room. All right, so once you come in the room, I've got my 40 gallon first of all, and that houses a cichlid, which he's hiding behind all that moss, all that Java moss. Somewhere he's in there. And then and that just has regular gravel in it, cichlid gravel. And then next to it is a 20-gallon long, which I originally had gravel in it, but then I switched to with a sand cap over top of that gravel. So it's kind of like I had a little bit of soil underneath, which is mulch, but that's okay because it gives nutrients and everything to the tank for the plants. And as you can see, the plants are doing fantastic. And then we move on down to the 20-gallon high, which I apologize for the algae on the side of the tank. But hey, Charita, thanks for joining. Great to see you. Here's the angelfish tank, if you can see them. But they're doing fantastic and loving life. They also have a bunch of Java moss inside and loving life. They've actually had a clutch already. but still, I'm pumping them full of really good live food. I usually give them Daphnia or what's the I use the Extreme as well, which is my favorite food for my fish. And then if we go up here to the 55-gallon tall, I just put this together, oh gosh, a couple months ago. And what I did was I put soil, potting soil on the bottom with a bunch of other ingredients, which provides plenty of nutrients for the plants. And these are Neolamproblagus cichlids. They're in the cichlid family. And I got these a couple months ago. They are absolutely beautiful. They've got that nice top yellow fin. And what's great about these is the male and female are just as colorful. And they actually considered shell dwellers. And this is why I have the shells in the tank. But they'll actually lay their eggs under the sand. And within days, you'll have babies floating around, swimming freely. But yeah, they are egg layers. And then if we move on, oh, and by the way, the plants on this side are green Rotala. And then I've got, oh gosh, what was the name of that again? uh, well, on the other side, I have red Rotala. And it's gone crazy. You should see the pictures I have when I first set it up. But anyway, we'll move on to the 40-gallon bowfront. And I've got Java moss in there, and then a bunch of platies and mollies. This was actually set up actually almost a year ago, and same way with soil on the bottom, an inch of soil with a bunch of gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. But a bunch of nutrients and everything for the plants. There's a bunch, guys. That's why I can't name a few. Um, but this way, I don't have to change the water a lot. And honestly, all I do is recap the tank with water. I don't ever have to change water unless I want to. Now you'll see there's lots of mulm on the top, but that's okay because after days of it sitting there, it will sift down into the sand and become dirt, which the plants absolutely adore. So we go on to the 55-gallon, which I have another cichlid in here. And again, this is just regular cichlid gravel. It's what they live in the wild. It's a mess because Skittles, who's right over there, loves to move the gravel around. But there's not a whole lot of maintenance to be done. And then we will move on over to the saltwater tank, which, give me a second. Here it is. Sorry, you can't really see it very well without the filter. Watch this. If I put the filter on, you can actually see it in the regular light as opposed to the blue light. But anyway, If I zoom in, you can really see the corals. There's a zoa, and there's another one. Yes, I got to get the brown algae out of there. But I've got two clowns right there. There's the female, and then the male's right there. And then if you look in the back, I've got green star polyps started on the back wall, and it'll spread like wildfire. It's already grown tremendously since I first got it. But there's another zoa right there, and one up top. So anyway, but yeah, this is what it looks like with the filter. And if I take the filter off, that's what it looks like normally. It's actually a pretty cool filter. It's from Pilot Labs. And what it does is it takes that blue light out of the way. Just like that. And that way you can see it on film as opposed to looking at the blue light. So anyway, that is the extent of it. I hope you all enjoyed the little tour, and then also the explanation of the RODI unit. I'm gonna call it a day, and I appreciate every one of y'all for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.